Hi, so today we are here at the Smith Plantation in Roswell, Georgia. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returner, welcome back. So let's go check this place out. So this is the spring house. When dairy products such as butter, cream, and milk were to be stored, they were placed in the spring house, traditionally built into the side of a hill. These buildings had their base at a pool of cool water, usually about 2 feet deep, supplied by a natural spring. So this was a natural refrigerator. You're literally standing on like a 200-year-old refrigerator. So let's check it out. Yep, this was the house up there's refrigerator. Wow, that's pretty. Let me sneak down here. Well, it's filled in a lot over the years. That's not 2 feet of water anymore. Not sure how far back it goes back there. But that's pretty cool. Neat. Well, the water is flowing, albeit very slowly. Coming out of 2 spots. Here it looks like there's a trail map of the whole complex. Wow. Huh? Well, that's their well. That's where they would get their water. They have a cell phone and audio tour that they do here. Yeah. Let's hike up here and see what this building is. Oh wow, look at that old ladder going up to the top there. Exhibit open, please come in. Cool. That just smells old in here. Hey, look! It's like the jar that I keep my change in at home. Some real old stuff. It's an apple parlor. Basically it's an apple peeler. That's an old school mandolin or vegetable slicer. Wasp trap.
Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they used to wash their laundry in.
Oh, look at these.
Yep, those are old irons. It's an old sled.
What's that?
I don't know. It's some sort of gourd that's been hollowed out. Looks like for water, and then these are water scoops.
Yeah.
Heading back down from that little antique area. This is the Carriage house. Huh. When they were inventorying it in 1990, it contained 2 cars. And 1949, 4-door Buick and a 57 Oldsmobile. How would they have had 2 cars in here? That is an old wagon, or carriage. That's why they used to call this a carriage house. This is where they used to keep them.
Look at that hammer.
Yep, and there's all of the cobbling tools and other stuff that they would need. Yep, and there's cotton in it. And a bunch of pitchforks and some old. Oh, look at, there's those are the harnesses for the mule or the oxen or even horses. I'm not sure what. That's probably a horse-drawn carriage. Okay, no, there is it is a 2-stall. That makes sense. Now we can't go in the house, but they do have one spot open. Parson's room. Okay, so this was for traveling preachers. So it's a separate room from the actual house that preachers could come and stay at, I guess for free, and have their own little small accommodation.
That house is open.
Yeah, we'll go check it out. You're not going to be able to see much with the well. It's all capped off. There's nothing really to look at. It was covered well. It's from 1845. It was restored in 1993. It goes about 70 feet deep.
Whoa.
Okay, so this is the kitchen,
Yeah.
the cookhouse. So that would make sense that they wouldn't have it inside the regular house. Remember how I noted how huge that fireplace was from the outside? Now I see why. See that the metal thing that swings out, and you can hook all these different types of pots up to it at different lengths. And you have your fire right here. See how there's rocks on either side there that you build your fire up onto?
Yeah.
That's to keep air from going up. That's to keep air underneath it. And then you can control, you can swing your pots in and out of the fire with this rod here. And then this would be like the butcher block.
I know someone that has one of those type of chairs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are pretty common still today. Cool old house. Some really old timbering in here.
Look at this.
Yeah, you don't see those anymore. Yeah, it's a skeleton key. Oh, you know what this is?
It's a butter thing.
Yeah, it's a butter churn. Good. How'd you know that?
Because.
Now this was an actual plantation, southern plantation pre-Civil War, so these guys did have slaves. And from what I understand, they still actually have the old slave quarters here somewhere. And what do we have here? This would be the slave quarters. Research suggests that this modest structure is the oldest remaining on the property of the Smith plantation. No documented evidence indicates that this building ever housed slaves, although its size and form are consistent with contemporary slave dwellings. A slave cabin of this size would have been packed with people. A large extended family, even multiple families, would have lived in this small space, just under 198 square feet. Enslaved people were not simply laborers working on the plantation. They were property and could be bought and sold as such. One of the most horrific consequences of slavery was the separation of families through sale. cool that they preserved this, though. Don't let people forget their history. I wonder what this big building is here. Greenhouse. Let's check it out. They had a greenhouse. Oh wow, it is warm in here. It's all stacked stone. This is a pretty neat building. Old cabinetry. I love the masonry. I mean, look at this. Such a neat building. Yeah, it's a map. I'm sure that's not from an original from Plantation here. All right.
I saw something.
What? Here's the outer wall. I mean, just to show you. I mean, there to there. I mean, that's how. So, that is how thick that wall is. 1.5 feet. And here's the front of the house. So I read in there it was a little over 2,800 square feet. It's a pretty good sized house from the early 1800s. Multiple fireplaces. Pretty. His plantation did not find great success. They began construction of the house in 1844. The financial pressures forced him to sell off most of his assets. There is a full paid tour of this plantation that you can take that will provide you with much more detailed information than I can.